Hi, Jeremy Callahan, coming at you today, the App Man. To app or not to app. If you have an idea for an app and you want to know if it's a good idea, if there's a way you can make money, put it in the comments and I'll go through it with you and we'll talk about if it's a good idea or not. Okay? And if you're afraid to share your idea and you want me to sign a non-disclosure agreement, well, I guess we're going to disclose it on Facebook Live. So I don't know what to tell you. But you can get in touch with me, jeremycallahan.com, or through Facebook, and I'll sign anything you want me to sign if you want to hide your idea from the world. Anyways, pretty simple concept. Put the idea in and I'll tell you. So I'll give you a couple of ideas that people float by me. And, you know, I get these ideas. People text me, they email me, they send me all kinds of stuff. Some people call Facebook to see if they have a good idea for an app. So here's one from Richard Trevino III. Richard Trevino III, look him up if you don't know him. He's one of my friends, good guy. And he asked me an idea for an app that was basically to rid his Facebook of friends, to like purge it. He's like, when you get to 5,000 friends on Facebook, you know, you can only go to 5,000 apparently, and so a lot of the people that are following him or on his page are not active, so he wants to get rid of those people. So he thought of an idea to build an app to get rid of people off his Facebook, to purge them, to find out who was inactive, and then, you know, dump them. Richard didn't do his homework. He actually asked me this idea twice, but the second time, I actually did a Google search and found like there's like 20 things on Facebook that you can get to purge your friends. So no reason to build an app for something that already exists. And it brings up an important point. If you do have an idea for an app, take like 30 seconds out of your life, go on to Google and see if it already exists, or there's, you know, go to the App Store. Go to the App Store and do a search for it and see if it already exists. Another app that has recently came across, it's a former business partner of mine, has a client, and they have a client. I guess the client has car washes, and maybe they do marketing and website SEO for that company. And so it's just a car wash. They have several car washes up in the North Bay. And they want a loyalty app. So through their POS system, the POS system is like, you know, their cash registers that they have at the car washes. Through those POS systems, that company offers a mobile app for rewards. So you could actually just plug in and have your personally branded app. So rewards, car wash, perfect idea. You know, get your car wash 5, get a free one. They could also send notifications and things like that. So excellent idea for an app. Now, they have the rewards company is, hey, if you just join the feed, if you have an idea for an app, put it in the comments and I'll tell you if it's a good idea. Yovo, what's up, my man? I know you got an app idea. If you got an idea, you tell me. So the point of this show, Yovo, is that people put their app idea in the comments, and then I say yay or nay and give you ideas. Anyways, I'll continue on the car wash app. So the POS system actually gives you an app. The problem is it doesn't do very much, and so they wanted to build a custom branded app for their car wash chain. So they got in touch with me, and we've been talking through it, and it's a perfect thing. Like if you have a business, any kind of business that has loyalty, right? Like, I don't know, if you're a sandwich shop and you're giving away, you know, after 10 sandwiches, you're giving away a free sandwich, you need a mobile app. And the reason, you know, there's a lot of reasons. Number one, young people, they're all going to be on mobile apps. They don't have time for putting something in their wallet. And then the best part about it too is like if you have a mobile app and you have the home screen, right, with all the icons on there. So imagine if your business was on my phone right now. And see the little Facebook one with the little thing? little notification. Imagine if you had, your logo there, and then I could notify you of an offer, of any kind of offer. So any kind of loyalty apps, you definitely want to do that. So always a good idea. Anybody out there in Facebook land on the live feed have an idea for an app? Put it in the comments. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about your idea. Let's talk about your business. Unfortunately, I can see the people on the feed. I can't see who they are, though. I can just see 5 people in there now. I can't see the 5, so I can't call you out. All right. Let's talk about a company called CCM, Cross Country Mortgage. They have, I don't know, they have a lot of brokers. I think they have like 2,000 brokers. And so they have, right, when you have a mortgage, like you have an inception point and then you have a closing point. And so there's everything in between as far as, what's the status of my loan? What's the status of everything? And so the agents are constantly looking for this status. And they have, Cross Country Mortgage has a website. And I guess the agents could go on the website and check the status. And so a few years back, they got a service which is called Tableau. And basically what Tableau does is it takes all your data in a company and it gives you a way to search your data. And the way you search it is like, you don't have to be a programmer, right? Like most of the time, if you want to search your data, you got to be able to program not a spreadsheet, but a SQL database. So Tableau, if you put it in there, then you can program it. You out there, you can program it. So they use this Tableau service. Well, Tableau is it's like $4,000 a month to have Tableau. And Tableau gives you a little app that, will show you your data. So their agents are using the data to, figure out the status of their loan. And they wanted to do a few other things as well. So they came to me and they said, hey, can we build a mobile app that basically does the same thing that Tableau does? Yes, you can. So, excuse me, gave them a bid and they didn't move on it. And so, be very honest with you that when I send out bids, I don't care as much as that they take me or they take a competitor. But what really irks me, what really frickin' bothers me, is when I call these places up like 6 months later and I go, hey, did you ever build that app? And they're like, no, These guys were the worst because they said it cost too much money. It cost too much money. So I was like, okay, you're paying $4,000 a month. And what's that in a year? 12, 4, I think it's 48. Not good at math, folks. I am not good at math. Anyway, so $48,000. Well, the app it was way more than 48. It was like, let's just say it was 80. Okay, 80,000 to build the app that does exactly what they do. But that app's going to basically pay for itself within like the 2-year period, right? Year 1 they pay 48. The next year they pay 48. I think that's 96,000, right? And I was going to build them an app for 80. So they're going to save money right there by doing this. And I don't know. They didn't do it. They didn't do it with me. Not only did they not do it with me, they didn't do it with themselves. So if you work for Cross Country Mortgage, call out your management. They're wasting money. Okay. John Hanson. What's up, dude? How long's it been? 24 years? Something like that? Riley, you're again. Got an idea for an app? Anybody got an idea for an app? All right. Yovo says he wants different results without doing anything different. Yeah, everybody wants different results without doing anything different, dude. Landscape Now app. Okay, let's play the game. Landscape Now app. Give me a comment. What's it going to do? Landscape Now, just based on what you put in there, I'm thinking that you want to find somebody, a landscaper now. Is that someone to come out and mow my lawn? Possible. Is it someone to come out and actually do a job, maybe give me a quote? Even more possible. What if we did both of those things? Ken Will, I got your invitation, dude. I got it. I hope I can come. And see ya. It's been a while. But anyways, Landscape Now app. Okay, so let's say we're going to be able to call either to find somebody to do our yard work on a regular basis or to do like design work. So let's say we're going to make an app with both of those things in there. So I think this is a good idea, Yova, and I'll tell you why. Because one, I bet, do a search in the App Store for landscapers, for landscape apps, and see what comes up. Because I bet you there's probably like 2 that come up. So right there, you're going to be at the top of the list, okay? And then number 2 is if on your website and everywhere you go, when you say, you know, landscape, my landscape company, we have a mobile app. People are going to think you're the leader by far, right? You are number 1, you are 100% the leader in your industry simply because you have a mobile app. I just got a Tai Chi app the other day. I'm going to do some Tai Chi. And this guy, he had a website, he had millions and millions of hits, and I didn't buy his product because he didn't have an app. So yeah, landscape app is a good idea. If you are in landscaping, if you run a landscaping company and you're managing people going out to job sites, how are you managing that? Right? Do the guys show up in the morning time and you give them a piece of paper and say, hey, go do all these job sites? And then at the end of the day, I guess maybe you have to call them and go, hey, did you finish it? What if your guy could just do his job, go do the landscaping, and then show up and put his information into, you know, the job site, be like, market complete. Market complete. Notes. Couldn't do the back patio because the gate was locked. Right? Not a bad idea. Landscape ideas. Perfect. Okay. Lee Hammond, thank you for submitting a question here. Lee's question is, what's an app that you can put in multiple addresses and it'll give you the best time-saving directions, like realtors showing houses? Has this been done? Yes, it has. I don't know if it's an app, but I was just talking to a guy, speaking of landscapers and job sites and what I was just talking about. He has a company, they do it by Excel, and they have a service. Send me a message on Messenger so you remind me, and I'll get the name of it. It's like Map My Route or something like that. And what you do is you put in like 10 addresses, and it tells you which one to go to first, second, third, and fourth. So it's the fastest way. So yes, someone has done that. So again, step number 1, when you have an app idea, look it up. See if anybody else is doing it first, because there's probably someone out there. A lot of times people have been doing stuff because they've been doing them on the web since the beginning of the web, but they haven't actually converted them over to apps. So a lot of times you'll see, you'll see something that's been on the web, but no one's done it in an app. And an app is actually a better delivery mechanism. So cool. All right. Yova, what's a brain food app? This is like finding food that's good for brain function. I used to drink yerba mate tea. That was good for brain function and appetite suppression. 2 good things. Cool. Car wash app. Ooh, here's a guy. Jeremy Rubin. His name is the Friendly Flipper. He basically buys and sells real estate. Buys, old houses, fixes them up a little, makes, I don't know, 100 grand flipping a house. Really good with what he does. He had an idea for an app, called me up. Okay, Ken will. And Ken, I am going to try to get to your party in Half Moon Bay, dude. I'd love to see you. My wife has an interior design firm. What kind of app would be useful for that? So that's a good one. So like Houzz, right? Have you Houzz, Houzz, kind of has that app. It's I would say like an AR app, AR being augmented reality, so that you could actually, I'll even keep it simpler than that. Like just an app where you basically can take a photograph of a room and then put certain things into it. right? So you could put, I don't know, couches, perhaps change the paint. God, I'm not an interior designer, so I don't know all the terms, but something like that, where you could actually put products and create a room. Or you could even keep it simpler than that. You could just have like photos. Like I could send your wife a photo or a series of photos of all the rooms that I want to do. And then, you know, we could put them in, and then she could just make recommendations or something like that. So I think there's good space there. I think there's a good like content too, of just like being able to like show what she works on now. You know what I mean? Like branding it. Like I know a girl, Julia Goodwin, that went to Chico a few years after me, and she has really excellent content on Instagram. And the content, you know, like she has like, she uses that movie thing on Instagram to like go to pick out pillows, to go pick out furniture and stuff like that. And so that's really good. I mean, I think there might be an app to do, but I would say just in the short term, like just getting followers and people knowing what you're doing, and that Instagram like live video thing is clutch, because you can go out and just show what your day to day is like, because it's fun to watch what she does, and like, oh, they're at some like crappy house, and then, you know, a week later it's down to the boards, and a week after that they're painting it, and then a week after that she's buying carpets. So anything like that. Hey man, everybody, thanks for joining. Really cool to see a lot of people out there that I haven't talked to in a long time. Billy, what's up, dude? Bob White. What's up, Bob? Richard Cranium. Hans Schoonmaker. There's a name. There's a blast from the past, from the skateboarding days in Chico. So yeah, going to start doing this every week. So every Tuesday night around 5:30, going to pop online and talk about to app or to not app. So if you got an idea for an app, we can do it live on the show, or you could just email it to me, send me a message, call me, text me. Love to talk to some of the old heads out there that are joining right now. And then we'll talk about it. We'll see if it's a good idea for an app or not, to app or not to app. That is the question. So thanks for joining, everybody, and I'll see you next week, 5:30 Tuesday night. Thanks.